Everyone wanted to call the number 666. Well, I'll tell you a story about one guy who called this particular number. The main character in my story is a guy, Sasha, who's 17 years old. Hello. I just got back from the hospital. You ask, what happened to you, Sasha? Something inexplicable happened to me. And let's start. On the way to school, I thought that there were few lessons today and maybe ask my friends to meet with me at 23:30 and at 0 o'clock call 666. I really liked my thoughts, and for a long time I wanted to call this strange number that everyone is talking about. Even before the second lesson, I asked them. They said, not a bad idea. Come down. And we decided to meet at my place at 23:30. This is the end of the last lesson. Friends told me, we will already be at your place at 23:30. I was waiting for 23:30, and finally the time has come. My first friend, Suryoga, came. We shook hands. He came painfully early, and I did not lose heart. Turned on the laptop and began to watch a horror story. There was a knock on the door. After the horror story, we were afraid to open it. I opened it. There were all my friends whom I invited. Zhenya, Vitka, Naska, Julia, Dimka. We sat on the couch, took my phone and started dialing. Dimka quickly pressed to 6S. I pressed the last one. Yulia pressed there were beeps. The first beep, the second beep, third beep, fourth beep, fifth beep, and on the sixth beep they picked up the phone. Silence. Well, as always in all the stories about the number 666, silence into the phone, but we breathed into the phone. We heard someone screaming. I quickly pressed reset out of fright. Zhenya asks, what the hell was that now? It seems to me that everyone was frightened, and they went home. I walked them all to the end of the street. Went home. There were some shadows along the way. I closed my eyes. I got home and went up the elevator. I was happy when I got up without any elevator jokes. I came home. I was tired. Tomorrow is Saturday, finally. I said. I washed my face, went to bed with a laptop and started using the Contact social network. I write to friends, have you reached? Everything is fine? Everyone tells me that everything was fine. On the way they rolled in the snow, I closed the lid of the laptop and put the game on download. I put my laptop on the table and went to bed. I'm lying. Suddenly, the floor creaked in the corridor. Steps were heard. A creak, and then someone ran straight to my room. I will say right away that there are no animals in the house. There are no rats. Since I live on the 5th floor, my parents went to visit my grandparents, and I just went to school. They said that they would come in a week. Let's continue. I could feel the breath, rough. I hid under the covers as in childhood. I plucked up courage and opened my face and looked at the whole room. There was no one in sight. I grabbed the phone. I called Suryoga. No one answered. There weren't even beeps. I looked at the connection. There was not a single stick. I got up out of bed, turned on the light everywhere, and began to sleep with the light on. It's been 10 minutes and I still can't sleep. Suddenly I hear a click, as if a light was turned off somewhere, another, and it came to my room. Chick. The light went out. I became terribly scared. I don't know how it happened, but I passed out. I just fell into a light swoon. Time passed. I woke up. At 5 a.m. morning, beginning to dawn, I got up, saw the silhouette in the kitchen, rushed to bed. Oh my God, I was very scared. Something or someone is walking towards me. He was dragging some heavy object behind him. I understood. He wanted to knock out me. I succumbed, and I passed out, of course. I thought he would not leave me alive. I woke up already in the hospital. I can't hear well, and it dawned on me that I was wearing a bandage all over my face. A doctor came. I asked him what happened to me, and he told me. Friends couldn't get through to you. They searched, knocked on apartments. We got to the balcony and opened the door. You were covered in blood. There was a very strong concussion, and there is a crack in the skull. I asked, do Mom and Dad know? He answered me, yes, of course. I was worried about what Mom and Dad would say. I had to lie to them and came up with it. I'll say I slipped in the bathroom and hit the sink with all my might, and so it will. A week later, my Mom and Dad came for me. Come to me, and I told my fictitious story. I came home with them. There was a note on the table. It was written in my blood. Never call 666 again. The toe rocked and I started playing. Typically, I thought, but I will never call this number again.